Hey, how are you? This is Angelique Fawcett. It's been a while. I'm so sorry I've been gone, but I'm so glad to see you all again. Thank you so much for those of you in the past who have followed my videos. Otherwise, hello, I missed you. I am back to talk about Nichelle Nichols issues. I have someone here that I've never introduced to you before on this level. This is my husband, Stephen L. Fawcett. He has a lot to say about this situation. And so you know a little bit about us. I am the CEO of Archangel Films LA. I'm an executive producer, unit production manager. I do many things. I have a lot of hats, but I love my work. I love what I do. I work with my husband, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Well, hello everyone. I am Stephen L. Fawcett, founder of Archangel Films LA, and I'm also a published novelist, a screenwriter, a film director, and a executive producer. But I'm not here tonight to talk about myself. I'm here to talk about Nichelle Nichols and my relationship with Nichelle. Also about what my wife has been going through with all of these scurrilous accusations and people slinging arrows at her, and it's got to stop. So I'm here to lend some support, and I do want to tell you about my relationship with Nichelle. I met Nichelle with my wife, I believe it was October of 2012. We were casting for our film Unbelievable. At that time, we met her. She was warm, she was inviting, she was everything that you would want from an actress. And she really wanted to help us put together our film. And so we made her an honorary executive producer, as well as an actor in our film. We began a relationship with her at that time. She came up to San Francisco. She attended a kickoff party that we had at a Star Trek convention there. I will tell you about an incident that occurred in January of 2013. Nichelle was very sick at that time. Very few people know this. She had acute pancreatitis, and she was in grave condition. She was near death. We went over to West Hills Hospital where she was. At that time, we met Kyle Johnson, her son, for the first time. Kyle was there with his wife, and the manager, Gilbert Bell, was there. Michelle's sister, Marion Smothers-Michaels, was there, and Ket Kettering was there as well, her personal assistant at the time. We walked in. We had known Nichelle at this point for maybe 2 to 3 months. At that point in time, everyone that was in the room decided they were leaving. And they all decided to leave basically at the same time, which was kind of dumbfounding to us because Nichelle was in serious, serious trouble. She was on her deathbed, literally on her deathbed. And they left. I mean, the son left for New Mexico, and all her other handlers, they just exited. She was in and out most of the day and night. She was reaching for her ancestors. She was well on her way. And I remember telling Angelique, this is just totally insane. I mean, why did all these people leave when she's literally on her deathbed? And so we stayed all night long. We hadn't planned to stay more than an hour. We stayed all night long. We made sure that she had everything that she needed. We prayed with her, and break of dawn, she actually got some better. And we were able to leave, and she survived and made it. But she remembered that we were there. She remembered that we were the only people that were there, the only ones that stood by her and stayed with her while she was at death's door. And that was the reason why she was so excited to embrace us and embrace our film, embrace who we were personally. And we became fast friends at that point in time. That's just something that I wanted to share because it's always on my heart. I always want to tell Nichelle that we didn't leave her then, and we're not going to leave her now, and we will always be by her side. Just wanted to let the people out there know that story. In April 2013, Angelique and I ended up getting married, and Nichelle Nichols found out about our wedding plans.
Because you told her.
And she decided that she wanted to come and give Angelique away to me in marriage. We had a very intimate service, just a few people, and Nichelle was there. I remember her saying, "I want you to be good to Angelique because I know where you live and I can come get you." So I always remembered that.
I remember that too. It was pretty good.
So I wanted to make sure that I stuck to the straight and narrow. We also have celebrated all of her birthdays and Christmases and Thanksgivings, and her son was not there. He was not there for years. I guess what it was like 5-6 years that he was just nowhere to be found.
6 years, and I think really what it was that first time that we went to visit her during Christmas time. We go over to Nichelle's house and there's no Christmas tree. And we're like, "Nichelle, where's your Christmas tree?" And she's like, "I don't have one." We're like, "Okay." So we go buy a Christmas tree and bring it back to Nichelle's house. And then we all decorate it together. And we end up giving presents to each other and just having a wonderful time. Everyone deserves the beauty of Christmas or the beauty of Hanukkah or the beauty of Kwanzaa, whatever, holiday they celebrate. They deserve to have friends and or family around them who love them. So that became a tradition for us. We celebrated Christmas with her every year, I think with the exception of 1 year, I think, when she was in some state for a convention. But it became a tradition for us. We celebrated our birthdays and Mother's Day and Thanksgiving and everything that we could together. I think the sad part that Steve's talking about is that her son would not show up. Marion did, time here and there, but her son refused to show up for 6 years. And what do I hear from her sister? Excuses. "Oh, he's an emotional son who was stripped from his mother." Please. You're an older man and you are not stripped from your mother. And if someone is doing something to your mother, you should go there and kick down the gate and make sure no one's doing anything to your mother. But that didn't happen. Another thing Steve didn't get to share was Steve's his surprise birthday party that Nichelle came to.
That was a surprise, all right. We were at the Peninsula in Beverly Hills, and it was my 60th birthday. Nichelle showed up unexpectedly. She decided that she was going to just plop herself right into my lap. And
she's the only woman that will allow to do that. Because it's Nichelle. She was giving you that Marilyn Monroe birthday hug.
Yes, it was.
And here's a picture right here of her squeezing Steve on his birthday, and he was just so excited about that. And she even stole his
stole my I had a birthday present.
It was a cup, and she was on it. It was because it was a Star Trek cup.
It was a Star Trek cup, and it had a picture of her as Lieutenant Uhura on there. And so she was looking at it, and she says, "I want that."
Because she was on it.
And I said, "I just got this 5 seconds ago." And she said, "Well, I want it." And so it's like, okay, I mean, it's yours. Yeah, I had it for, I think, a total of 10 seconds.
About 10 seconds.
And what Nichelle wants, at least she would get it from us. I mean, she doesn't get it from Kyle, but she would get it from us.
Yeah. Just simple, regular human being things she would get from us.
We do want to share some excerpts from the deposition from B.J. Hawkins, the fiduciary, who gave, I think, when was it? How many months ago?
I believe it was September 25th, 2020. This is a continuation from part 3 of the deposition that I have been posting on Instagram. It's a public deposition that I paid for with my own dime. If I help a friend, I don't believe in making them pay for it. My friend needed help. But nonetheless, Dr. B.J. Hawkins is a professional fiduciary conservator. Her knowledge, skill, experience, and her education is vast. You will hear some of that in this recording. And I think I'll just leave it at that. You can listen to the beginning of this recording. We'll play part of it and then speak a little bit in between, but here it is.